That's the finals again. Round two.
It was not the finals. What the fuck? Nice, like that. The hell is MXGuire doing right now?
I don't know. I call him, see if he joins.
Oh god, okay. Do I have him on my friends list? I think you have to add him. Hold on, let me friend MXGuire. Profile.
You calling him in?
No, I have to add him on Discord first.
Oh, typical.
I'm not fucking casting.
What? Wait,
Why
some
don't
kind
you
of pussy
cast
or
for
something?
once, bro?
Yeah, what the hell?
Got better things to do.
No,
You
you
got
don't.
nothing. I don't see you doing nothing. What are you talking
I don't
about?
have shit to do.
He's
That's
jerking
not
off.
Bro. Another time, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, buddy.
What are you
Cat.
casting? Polar ass DARKW?
Yeah.
Am I live right now? Can I drop?
Yes, we are technically live, so you can talk shit about anybody you want.
Nah, I was gonna say something. Nah, it's all good.
Yeah,
Okay.
careful.
Great.
Careful that.
Nah, good luck. I'll be here for the next cast. I got you.
This is why I
Game
say
two,
fuck
you talking about?
MXGuire.
Yeah, fuck you.
Alright then.
5 seconds remaining.
Hey, the draft is all you,
That's
bro.
some insubordination right there.
Turn to ban.
You know the rules out here.
That's some insubordination right there.
True. We may have to beat him real quick, burn his house down or something. Take his dog.
Wait, ET plays for DARKW, right?
Turn to ban.
I'm so confused.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Doesn't he?
Who?
ET.
Yeah. No.
What?
Oh yeah, he does. He's casting right now or something.
He's casting DPC apparently.
DPC.
Or
Yeah.
BTS. I don't know
BTS,
if BTS is covering
so.
DPC right now. Oh,
That's kind of. It's kind of lit.
Remaining.
does miss his League of Legends match, unfortunately.
It is Sag. And Nika's not here either, Sag.
Okay. We're actually missing a lot of people. I'm kind of surprised. Usually you reschedule this kind of game.
Yeah, this is the last week though. I think DARKW has another game after this, so they probably couldn't find time.
We got AT casting for 6,000. God damn. The pro. No, I don't know any of these NA teams though.
10 seconds remaining.
You don't know either of these teams?
Remaining.
Oh, you're talking about DPC.
Yeah, I'm talking about BTS.
Yeah,
NA Dota's kind of dead.
Yeah,
It ain't
it's a
coming back.
Sag.
Unfortunately, what did you expect though? This is the first pick bounty hunter. Well, not in response
Bounty
to.
3?
Response to it was the Invoker. Probably a bounty 3. I have seen bounty core a couple of times here in some niche matches, and I think it's not terrible against Juggernaut, though you can just counter it with a sentry or dust, so
Dire team's turn to ban.
not the hardest.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Oh my god. Somebody ban fucking Ryan Neese. Guam, this draft is all you, by the way.
Dude,
You
no,
seem
draft
to
is
be a
all you. You
fan.
know,
10 seconds
you know the rules.
You seem to be-
Drafting, the caster has to cover it.
Yeah. I think Birdman kind of summed it up. You think drafts are
Sleeper.
boring and useless. This is why you have not been a successful captain thus far.
Okay. We might have to get hit, Birdman. Might have to be done.
Dire turn to ban.
When did you say that?
What do you mean?
Team's turn to ban.
I don't remember him saying that. What the fuck did he say?
He
I'm gonna
just
have
said
to
it in
burn
the
his
chat
house
right
down.
now.
Oh, he just said it in chat. I'm banning him.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, he's a mod. What the fuck? All right. Well,
Fire team ban.
that's
Yeah, he
kind of
is a
cringe,
mod, too.
actually. You better watch out. All right?
That's pretty scary. Guam threatening your life. Yeah, we're missing quite a few people tonight from DARKW and Polar Ass, but still,
Yeah,
we're playing Dota nonetheless.
I like Dota.
Also,
We like
stop
Dota.
putting tomorrow on your freaking scheduled matches. Boy, it's
True. Or at least if you put tomorrow, put the date next to it.
Yes,
That
please.
would be nice.
Or just a day of the week.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
It worked out this time, though.
Because you wake up this morning and it's like tomorrow, like, oh, all right.
But yeah, Invoker, Juggernaut, Earth Spirit, Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, Earth Spirit is probably going to be the lane combo for offlane.
Yeah, I think it's a bounty 3 for sure.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
That's what it's starting to look like. I don't think Earth Spirit is... This isn't terrible. You can't really like get aggro on Juggernaut unless their support fucks up. But there's still some opportunity there. Obviously, Bounty Hunter's just pesky. That's what he does.
Seconds remaining.
Earth Spirit probably roams after 4 minutes or 5 minutes too, so you get an early level 6 on Bounty Hunter. Ideally. You don't just want to have Earth Spirit sitting in the lane, sapping. Grimstroke Juggernaut's also a decent combo. And you have some setup with Invoker as well, double cold snap.
Bounty fucks Invoker, I think.
It's annoying to play against, but I don't know. To me, against like a hero like Bounty Hunter, it's really just up to it's up to the support. Just keep sentries down, keep your cores safe for the opening part of the match. Bounty Hunter's probably not going to rotate too much unless it's like a 4 Bounty Hunter, but I don't think we expect that at all.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Wind Ranger to run down a Grimstroke as well. Also decent into Invoker, because I don't think you can purge Wind Run. Emo, or not emo, but a fake. I need to check that though. I don't think you can purge this ability. Oh, it is dispellable. Okay.
Which ability?
Wind Run is dispellable by Tornado.
Yeah, yeah.
Also by Yules then. So
And
not exactly a great
Oracle.
Wind Ranger game. But I think Wind Ranger's job here is to just run at the Grimstroke. It's kind of a weird... Is this like an MX Squire-esque mid Wind Ranger?
I don't know. MX Squire sucks dick in mid, so that's a hard tell. But Hamilton's a better player, so he could probably pull it off.
You just spent like the 5 seconds saying absolutely nothing. Thank you, Guam.
No problem. That's my specialty.
Thank you, Guam. I don't think it's gonna be an offlane Wind Ranger. Maybe this is the secret, or not secret as in the team, but like they're gonna go Bounty Hunter core. Nobody expected it. Never mind, Bounty Hunter core kind of sucks now. This can't be Earth Spirit 5. Where do you put this Wind Ranger? Especially into a Beastmaster too. I guess it's okay into Beastmaster, but you don't have a way to get rid of Boar. You can dodge the attacks, of course, but that's about the extent
Seconds remaining.
of what Wind Ranger can do.
I love Beastmaster.
Dude, I don't get how you don't find the drafts interesting when like literally 50% of the game is in the draft.
Because it doesn't matter at this level. It doesn't matter. It's all about how you play.
So, true, but when both teams are similar rank, the draft does matter. Like, that's
A
a very
little
common
bit.
saying. If you're just straight up better than somebody by, like, 2,000 MMR, then sure, you can pick whatever. But people are
True.
still going to beat you if they have advantageous heroes.
The only thing in the draft at this level is banning out fucking people's spam picks.
10 seconds remaining.
Like MXG, he can only play Wind Ranger and Kunkka, so
5 seconds remaining.
you just ban him out and then he's useless for the rest of the game.
Sure. You seem to be talking a lot of shit about MXG. By the way, he's
He's
never going to
trash
come and
can.
cast. I know he isn't.
Oh yeah, no, he's
It's
not.
a
He's
piece of
dickhead.
shit.
Yeah, big time, big time. This is not slander. This is all facts, honestly. I mean,
It's, you know, proven facts.
Remaining.
Objective.
5 seconds remaining.
But either way, the TB fourth pick and most likely saving the mid for last in DARKW. They don't get the counter pick with last pick, of course. But they don't seem too worried about that, going with the TB here. TB, decent base armor against a Beastmaster. Should help them out a little bit. They also don't have like too much save in that lane either. This could be Wind Ranger mid and they last pick a support here. But even then, if you last pick like what's really good in a Beastmaster, like CM or Enchantress or something, just, you know, way out there for a 5 hero that can actually deal with Beastmaster a bit better than just throwing Terrorblade kind of alone into it.
yeah, I still see Bounty as a 3. There's no way.
Maybe it's Wind Ranger 5 then, which also feels
I guess
terrible.
that would be awful against the Beast. His bows will just eat him alive.
I mean, maybe it's I don't know.
Maybe they picked Chen just to steal the bow, just to fuck
I think it's
this
Chen or
Beastmaster up.
Enchantress.
Yeah,
If they're gonna last pick a 5 here, this could be a mid laner, but I don't know. I feel like the mid laner is already showing with Wind Ranger, so they go for
Yeah, it
a
has to
support
be.
that can secure you. The thing with TB is you pick it so that TB can just go into the jungle after 5
Yeah.
minutes anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't need as strong of a lane top or bottom. But you at least want something that can kind of stay alive in lane and maybe de-push slightly. So that you don't lose your tier 1 super early to a Beastmaster.
I'm trying to think, what 5 would they want?
I mean, Grimstroke would have been ideal for them too.
Yeah, for that push. They want someone like that can solo top while TB.
No, just go for the mid laner. Okay. I guess Wind Ranger can kind of do it with Power Shot, but even still, it's pretty weak. I don't know. I feel like this...
Quap 5. Imagine.
The safe lane for Radiant kind of just feels we already know what's going to happen. TB's maybe going to die once, most likely not. It's like 60-40, and then he's just going to go to the jungle.
5 seconds.
No matter what, he's going to the jungle after like 6 minutes. It's going to be hard to lane like Wind Ranger, TB into Beastmaster. Is this Beastmaster Grimstroke, you think? Maybe it's an Invoker 4?
Invoker 4, I think.
No, it's
never mind.
ET4.
No, man. Yeah.
That's not a great matchup.
I don't like that lane. I don't like that lane.
It's fine. I don't know. It just, you run at people and you click them. It's not something fun like Clockwork, Elder Titan. Although I am glad we get the Elder Titan pick.
It's a Bounty 5.
Wait, so Apex Core, Hamingzy mid, offlane Wind Ranger?
No. Yes.
I feel like that's the only way you can lane it if Bounty is going to be 5, but again, you just buy a sentry and Bounty just dies, I feel like. Maybe it's designed to slow down the Beastmaster? With rotations top,
like
you can
Bounty
kill
5.
him, but...
Who's taking the lane over after TB
You just throw
jungles?
Bounty Hunter up there.
Maybe
Again,
they just
you want
sack
him to
that
have an
lane.
early level 6 on the Bounty Hunter, no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. But he can't clear the wave. Like, he's gonna
Yeah,
have
no,
trouble.
he can. It might be Johnny rotating up, or... I don't know. This is kind of a weird game for DARKW. I don't think it's like necessarily a draft loss. I think it's just waiting to see how they play this.
Yeah, they have to make it out of the first 10-15 minutes. That will be the big decider.
I mean, I don't even think that's the case because again, TB is just gonna go jungle. Like, it's not really complicated. It's just.
But if they take top tower and just take over TB's jungle, he's kind of screwed.
Sure, but I mean, he probably goes to play in the triangle if that's the case. I think there's still space for him in the jungle. It just kind of hurts everybody else's game outside of that. TB is kind of a hero similar to Alchemist, or like, I don't know if there's another hero like it, where they're gonna have a game no matter what, basically. Wraith King is probably another good example. Just go to the jungle. Sasquatch is rotating top early, though. This might just be a tri-lane to
First
start
blood.
here and look for first blood. Up to Johnny. Their stun is most likely going to be roll from Maestro, but we'll see if they can find anybody. Sonagod probably not the target here. Most likely going to be Chupacabra. I wish I could tip as a caster. Unfortunately, cannot. But yeah, Beastmaster, Elder Titan bottom. Pretty predictable there. Zur actually going mid on the Invoker. Also something we expected. Sonagod Grimstroke top. Chupacabra on Grimstroke, and Maestro paired up with Johnny for now. We'll see if this changes. Depending on what they see, Sasquatch might be the one staying top lane, but damn it, I could have casted with Bulljax, but I picked Guam. What the hell am I thinking?
You can bring Bulljax in.
Oh my god. No, it's,
Why
it's,
can't-
it's too late.
I guess it's too late, but next game. Oh, I see how he's calculating. No big deal. I get it.
Anybody but Guam.
Wait, what? Did they just first blood and pause? What the hell?
I don't
No,
think
they
so. I
didn't.
think somebody actually has issues. But I mean, that's pretty much a guaranteed first blood anyway, with the ward there especially.
Yeah.
It's a strong rotation around Grimstroke dying first. Not really too big of a deal, but it is. Who got the last hit there?
Sasquatch.
It's good gold for Sasquatch. Unfortunately,
It is.
Sasquatch gets it. You probably want Wind Ranger getting it, but whatever.
I've fed bounty is a nuisance.
Weekly Apex computer crash.
Let the fighting
Apex missed his block. Bottom lane isn't the biggest deal to block anyway, but the lane is going to be pushed out just slightly. Sasquatch actually rotating back down here after picking up the first blood, and still I think he's going to be fine for this block. Still really close to the tower. Problem is just dealing with the boars now is going to be
Yeah,
rough.
a pain in the ass. Oh, Apex only went with 3 tangos, unless he's calling some out. Oh, he is, okay.
level 1 Astral Spirit. Pretty common.
Oh, they got the XP on the boar. That's big. People
Yeah.
underestimate that. That's like
Hang on.
huge.
What's the cooldown on boar though? I think it's already back.
45 seconds? 42 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, just back up again.
If they can kill it again, that'd be cool, but
I mean, they can
Something
maybe
like
do it with the Metamorph, but I think Whole City's going to play this smart and just leave it
Yeah.
back.
yeah, that's
He
exactly
really
what
just
he's
needs to
doing.
use it against the Pause 5 Bounty Hunter, and they could just run down Sasquatch. I mean, Cello's just trading with them right now with the Spirit. It's pretty ideal.
Cello has one of the best ETs in the league, I think.
They do need a Sentry down here, I think, unless Sasquatch just doesn't level it early on.
I think he might go for the W next level. Oh, what happened top?
Bulljax fucking ditching me for Guam. Anyway, I'm just missing kills top lane as we go 1-1. Juggernaut dying isn't really big though.
I don't know
Actually,
how.
like
Yeah.
that's a really big kill. Probably something that shouldn't be happening this early, but
I'm
Johnny
confused by
essentially. I don't know if that was a solo kill or what. Did Maestro TP back and that's why he lived?
Yeah,
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, he did.
But the 1-for-1, you'll take that if you're Johnny, especially off lane or any day. You'll take killing the core for a death.
Big
I
time,
think he
big
did
time.
it first too.
Let's see.
Yes, he did.
Oof.
Sonagod died first, so you get the extra XP on Johnny. Chupacabra.
Oh, they killed another boar on the bottom.
Already back. Oh no, it's actually still on cooldown. They actually did find that. I guess with Janata, you just run at the boar and then Shuriken
Yep,
toss
and
it,
kill
and
it.
it's basically dead. How much damage is that even? 70 bonus and 150, so it's about
Yeah,
140 plus
It's pretty much
150.
instantly dead.
Yeah. I think it's just Bounty playing similar to like a CM. But look at Apex just get right click
Yep.
way back to his tier 1 though. Cello doing so
Fuck
much work
this
on the CC
hero.
top lane again. They got in a stun back onto Johnny. Johnny dropping again. Looks like they
I'm not
went a
sure.
little bit aggressive here. Son of God just popping the spin and healing ward. Did get the healing ward killed, but still not even close to death here. And now Maestro can't really do much about that healing salve unless he tries to go for a kick. Just missed it. A lot of creep stacking up, though, for Johnny to come back into. Still 2 deaths on him. So we have an early 2-2. Polar Ass slightly behind. Not really too much.
They killed the boar again. That's a lot of XP. He's almost full level and a half ahead.
Wait, 3.5.
Half. Sorry,
I think
half.
he's about a
level
half
ahead.
level. Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
full
my bad.
level.
Almost. If they kill it one more
This
time,
is just
they
a
will-
dead
oh,
courier too. Yeah, classic ET play. Just get the spirit up.
He
Cello
might be
might
dead.
drop here. Yeah, he looks pretty dead. Especially with
Oh,
the
he's
shuriken
not-
toss stunning it up. One more right click from the...
Oh, he's not.
Oh no, they didn't quite get the speed though. Sasquatch. Just barely. Missing the last
they got
attack.
the boar kill. So that's.
I think you're still fine with this. You can still secure a lot of CS with DT basically being removed from the lane for a
Oh.
little bit. Does have to pop the salve there. Chupacabra's just 1v1s. Earth Spirit up here. Maestro dropping.
It looks like he
Again,
was
I'm just
chasing
missing a
the
lot
boar.
of things. I need to pay more attention to the top of the screen, I think. Mid lane still though. Zer versus Hammingsy. We do see Zer slightly ahead when it comes to CS. 13 to 20.
Apex is dead bottom.
Oh my goodness, that's actually huge. Cello just running him down with
Yeah.
the boars from Whole
The
City.
hammer. Just hammering down.
Classic ET game.
Up
And
top
that's the
now.
thing with Bounty Hunter, you can't really stop it. Maestro getting spun on, and that is a dead Earth Spirit. No chance to get out there. Johnny may be looking for the healing ward here, but Son of God playing it safe. Backing all the way up, goes for a power shot. Does find the healing ward at least. And we'll be able to go pick up bounties if he wants to, but I think Chupacabra might go and
It
find
sucks.
those. And I'm still just missing everything as everybody just dying across the map. Sasquatch bringing down Cello.
His top and bottom lane of bloodbath.
Yeah, I'm like trying to focus on mid a bit more, but everybody keeps dying in the side lanes, so
It
a little
sucks
hard
that,
to stay focused on one area. But still, Zer's actually owning this lane, it looks like. Up by almost 10 CS plus the deny advantage,
Really?
too.
I'm pretty sure this is crop favored too.
Is it? You
I
have
think
you
so.
have
I
a
think-
lot of natural regen, especially with Quaswax Invoker. It really just comes down to the right click, I feel.
Mike always bitches about it, so I assumed there was a crop favored lane. And crop's just a cancer here either way. He just throws Q on people.
Yeah.
And it's-
I mean,
it's a
that's why I think
savage.
Invoker does okay against it, though. It's just,
It
again,
is
early
huge,
levels
yeah.
in Quas. Just pop
Yeah.
a couple,
Top
pop all
again.
3 and then regen it. Top lane, there's a spin back on to Maestro, and he looks pretty dead for sure. A couple of right clicks going to finish this off. Does get a kick back, but it's only delaying the inevitable.
Okay.
If the stroke misses, no! He's able to get away. Maestro with another roll is able to go into the trees, and you can't chase too much further. Chupacabra's going to miss him. So the TP finishes, and Son of God now chasing down Johnny. Not able to get the kill. Still approaching that level 6 there when Run was on cooldown just for a little bit. Whole City getting gone on bottom. We got the Metamorph pop. They're just going to hit the couple right clicks. Stomp is there, but not in time. Hangsy with the rotation too. They're just going to get 2 kills here. In the bot lane, giving them to Apex. Yes, they do. Sasquatch taking a little bit of damage, but won't carry. Carry getting some kills. Juggernaut also dropping from Polar Ash. Just complete disaster right now. Johnny will be the return kill there for Chupacabras, but roll just missing from Maestro. Maybe he can get the cleanup on Chupacabras, but I don't think so. He has to dive the tier 1 for this, and I don't know if he wants to do that. Maestro still gonna chase, but this seems like a little bit too much to do. There's so many TPs coming top lane, going for the roll. Stop! Suds connect behind the tower, but the tower shots finish him up. Cello actually getting the last right click there. Dodges one stop and stomp and into the other. Is Sasquatch going to hunt down Whole City bot lane? Metamorph is on cooldown, so it's a little bit harder to pick up this kill, but he still might die here. The blocks coming through from Sasquatch. The Janata connecting Shuriken toss as well. Whole City dropping again to Apex. Won't be able to get the boar, it looks like. Oh, no, they will. Again, that's the combo, dude. Janata plus Shuriken toss just cleans it up. And a 7-7 game early on. Very active for both teams. And
I can't catch all the kills all over the place.
oh, I do want to become famous. I'm Samantha, but this is not the place. How do I ban people again?
I got it.
Somebody needs to. Thank you, Guam. MVP Guam. This is why we have you on.
Oh,
God,
wait, Sonny's
shit.
dead
I don't know
again.
if he dies here. He does have Omni Slash after, but the right
think
clicks
he
from
is.
Wind Ranger. Is this enough? No, he can't get the Omni Slash off. Went for the cast, but couldn't quite pick it up. There's no other TPs up here either. Chupacatra's trying to get the cleanup as Johnny runs away. Look at the shackle shot. The creep's right there. Can he get the stroke of fate? He just misses,
the
or did that
raindrops.
connect?
No,
Actually,
he
no
died.
raindrops.
The raindrop.
I think Zur might just clean this up, though. This is about the easiest kill you can find. Yeah, Tornado is there. Easy kill into the Wind Ranger, and Maestro probably going to be next as Zur just running him down, going for the Cold Snap EMP there. Tries to get the roll away. No. No time for the cast, even as Zur gets a double kill clean up in the top lane after dropping Sonagod. It's a rough start for Sonagod. 3 deaths right at the start of this
none
game.
of the kills.
I mean, Apex died too, but again, like I said, this is a little bit later than I thought he would do it, but now he's just completely into the jungle.
Yeah.
Same thing for whole city, though. Bottom lane is just being completely ignored.
Yeah, it looks like Bounty wants to kind of go around and track some people, get some kills.
Did get that nice level 6. Yeah, I'm a
What
little
are we
surprised they
doing?
aren't pushing this harder on Polar Ass.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could easily push this bottom tower right now.
They might have just not noticed that TB went to the jungle yet, but I think they realize that now. With the Necro units, I think they can take this tower pretty quick.
Yeah. I don't think they can defend either. Maybe if Crop TP.
It's literally just Quap is the only person that has wave clear. And even then, you got to be careful from Roar into like Stomp, ET, Ulti. Cello approaching that level 6. We do have a little bit of a fight going top lane as the Omni Slash is here. Not too much damage from the Omni Slash, but still going to get a kill onto the Maestro. And now Johnny a little bit caught out, but still should be able to survive this. There's a rotation up here from Sasquatch as well, but look at who's coming. Zur picked up the double kill in this top lane earlier. Might not find an extra hero. Samingzy also in the top lane at the moment. A lot of heroes in this lane, and that leaves bottom lane open for whole city. Probably going to take that bottom tier 1 very quickly here. Shackle shot just barely missing, going for the stomp. Connects onto 1. They find Hammingsy over here, running after Johnny. He doesn't have the wind run, but should be able to clean him up with the Invoker. Zur getting another kill, up to a killing spree. Goes for the Roar on a Bounty, but not quite catching him. The dust is there. Hammingsy is over here, but do they have any follow-up for this Roar? The EMP connecting. Can they keep him locked down? Going for the stop. The mana gone. They get the kill on the Hammingsy after the Roar, and a beautiful play there from whole city. Takes the tower and comes top for a Roar. Just brilliant rotations from the Beastmaster. And look at Apex, though. He's having the same idea, going straight at the mid lane, seeing all these heroes top. Taking advantage of that, running mid. There is the ET ulti coming through. Doesn't connect, but still making a lot of space for Apex after the tornado. Probably going to be able to get away here. The Earned Cold Snap got purged off, I think?
I don't know, actually. I didn't.
He might have just not had the Cold Snap. I figured since he popped the Earned, he would have had it, but whole city dropping top lane as Hammingsy still up here, where he just TP'd up here after the death.
Cowboy stacking a lot. It's a 2-stack, 3-stack.
Who farms this? I guess it's just Jug with
Jug.
Battle Fury.
Yeah.
It's
He's
actually
got Maelstrom.
Maelstrom is like all of my pubs too. I've been seeing every single Jug go for Maelstrom.
I remember like a few patches Maelstrom was good, but I don't know if Maelstrom's still good. I still like Battlefield over Maelstrom this patch at least.
Maelstrom just builds up faster, I guess, and with the BAT buff
Yeah,
to Jug, I guess you can get away with like just having the attack speed being nice for Maelstrom.
What's Bounty Hunter building?
It's pretty nice farming though. Mana is about the only issue, I think, as there is a couple of right clicks out on the Sasquatch. They get the dust here too, but Hammingsy cleaning up the Grimstrike. They will go for Zera afterwards, but the Roar there again. Can they get rid of the mana? The right clicks coming. Hammingsy drops to the tornado. They do bring down Zera at the same time. Both mid laners dying, but still, I think advantage Polaris. Hold on, let me
I think
see
it's
the
a
fight
little
rate count.
even.
Yeah, it's about 400 gold to DARKW.
Bounty helped.
Guess that is the
wonder what
big
he's
difference
building.
maker. Maestro going after Cello. Cello getting a little low. There's the ulti popped as well. Going for the stomp. Gets silenced out. Nice play there from Maestro. There's a TP in from the Grimstroke. Cello probably going to drop here to the ulti of the Earth Spirit, but might die afterwards. The silence is here. Dropping down ET. They do have another blink coming through. Maestro going for the roll. Gets stunned up before it can get it off, though. And the mana completely gone thanks to the Necro units. Son of God hitting up mid now. There's a Grimstroke ulti. They just want to run it mid, but they don't really have a way to fight this.
What Hold? Did you see that? Hold just stood still. I guess he was.
He didn't have the roar up, so I don't really know what he could do. But still, I guess this entire time Apex just free farming up to 120 CS. I should probably drop the net worth. As Apex clearly on top there, about by 1,000 gold actually. It's a sizable lead for Apex, despite the death. He's really taking advantage of this space well. I mean, that push mid lane, as he sees all the heroes top, kind of just propels him into the lead of net worth. And now he's just been farming the jungle for the last 5 minutes. Does lead to a 3k gold lead for DARKW. A lot of that just the difference between Apex and surprisingly Cello on top, or not Cello, Whole City on top for Polar Ass. The off laner. Do have a Shackle Shot connecting on the boars. Johnny gonna get roared up. Can he drain the mana? Though he actually already popped the wind run, so he might be fine here. Still getting drained down with the Sunstrike connecting. Johnny most likely gonna die. The tip in the middle of that kill there from Whole City, about SBM as it gets.
Typical. Wind is not going for any damage, just straight blink dagger.
They're gonna run down Apex. Xur found him in the jungle, but I don't know if he can get this kill alone. We'll back off. I feel like they're just gonna spend the next 5 minutes of this game thinking about how they deal with TB, because it seems like Apex's game is inevitable at this point. Up to SNY, looking for a butterfly. It's hard to push him out of this triangle without like a massive smoke play from 4 or 5 heroes. Tornado missing there from Xur. We'll just push out mid though. Wait, what is happening? Oh,
I thought I was dead.
Son of God is getting surrounded in the bot lane. Maestro is here with a silence, but this is a hard kill to get. We'll connect with the stun into the silence. Do they have enough damage though? He's got to spin, going for the TP soon. They need to get rid of the healing ward. They just don't have. Oh, Hamming Z finishes it off. I was about to say they don't have the damage, but that secures it. Hamming Z with the timely rotation makes it happen as they clean up the Juggernaut, and still just a bigger and bigger lead for Apex.
Smoke coming top. Looking for the Apex.
Yeah. Almost immediately after I mention it, they go for it. But yeah, they just don't quite find him. It's only the illusions up here. Apex just kind of feels that one out too. They might have spotted it. There's a roar mid lane, saving Hamming Z for now. He's pushed past the tier 1, going for the ET ult. He does clean him up eventually, but still, it is a trade. Or not a trade, sorry. They might get some on Apex here. The right click's just cleaning up the Grimstroke as he's able to pop out the Metamorph. Kill off the support, but still a win for Polar Ass.
Yeah, this is the time where they have to survive. They have like 5 or 10 minutes, so this is where they're strongest. So they need to...
It's not looking great, yeah, but you still have... You're right, like, you have this timing of, you know, Apex isn't huge yet. You can still kind of deal with the hero. He doesn't have like a BKB or anything that's going to save him from you, or like a stomp combo. And in fact, him sitting mid is very strange right now. I think they might be able to hunt him down, but instead they just give away the tier 1 tower. Sasquatch actually rotating over. Maestro going for the roll in onto Whole City, looking for more. There's a silence here. Back on the Xur too. The tornado coming out a bit late. Whole City just gets melted down. EMP connects on a few, but that's about all you can do.
Yeah, I was going to say, he wanted to sit mid because he had meta, so he wasn't too afraid. So their goal is just to defend this mid tower at all costs until like 20 minutes.
It feels like the only way they get kills in this game for Polar Ass is if they use a roar onto Quap or TB, and they can't kill both, so like one of them is going to survive as they're probably going to drop here. He does have the dagger on top of him, plus the Wind Ranger ulti, Hamixy blinking in gets the cleanup. They don't quite have a stun for the Quap, able to use himself up defensively, goes for the blink afterwards. He's going to be just fine. Grimstroke dropping Chupacabra to the right clicks. As DARKW looking strong, up 7k despite the tie in the kill score. This whole city looking for a war connects. Johnny already popped the wind run too, but there's the roll in, stunning up, breaking up the combo. Johnny gets the 4-step away into the Quap ulti, cleaning up whole city. Is he gonna drop here? Yes, he will. Cello trying to get some sort of cleanup, but it's not gonna happen. Going for the ulti, everybody's just gonna avoid the crack in the floor, going for a stomp as well, but just no heroes here. Sasquatch even canceling it out. Almost hunting down that ET afterwards. And Sonic God without mana. I think Apex might just be able to clean him up, but really both of these players don't have too much damage. He just pops the ulti Sunder onto Sasquatch, and now Apex a bit out of position here. Has to retreat back to his own jungle. The Stroke of Fate missing as well as the Tornado. Back down onto Johnny. EMP connecting. One more right click is going to kill him off. Will come through the Earn Cold Snap combo, bringing down Johnny.
I was about to say, Jug needs to start showing up to some of these fights. He went Maelstrom to start fighting, so he should be showing up.
Oops. What is he going? Manta after that?
He's going Manta, yeah. Manta and then Eggs.
Still a 1919 game, and so it's an 8k gold lead for DARKW, now down to 7k. But sizable lead for DARKW, and something you like to see if you're running the Terrorblade strat. Or the Terrorblade hero, I guess there really isn't a strat based around it. I think this is Butterfly on Apex too. It might have been on his Courier to finish it up. So he doesn't have it for another minute 30 here, but he's essentially finished the farming. It's a blink. Did they see whole city there? That was like the weirdest shackle shot.
Ow. Maybe.
Seems like kind of a hard kill to get to. You gotta be so afraid of this roar if you're just sitting out. But I mean, like I said, you can only commit the roar on one hero, unless of course you get the Grimstroke ulti. That's kind of the dream there. You're only killing one of TB or Quap. It's into the mid-tier 1 they go. They want DARKW to respond to this, I think. They feel strong. They know they can take this fight with Roar up as well as Grimstroke ulti, as well as ET ulti. But DARKW just going to play this one safe. Just let the tier 1 fall, and Apex is just playing in the top lane meanwhile. Maybe Sasquatch. I don't, it's so hard for Sasquatch to find kills in this game too, with the Necro units running around. Like, you never know when they're just gonna spot you accidentally, but I think what this game has devolved into is kind of just the Apex show. Hamixy can kind of throw his weight some places, but it's really coming down to when is Apex gonna come online, and the rest of DARKW is mostly just waiting for that.
I think I was about to say, a big thing will when the hole gets his blink. So he'll need to catch Apex in the back.
With Roar? I mean, I guess you could just ignore the Quap then, or at least just try and silence him up with Grimstroke. It feels like it's a little weird how they're initiating. Okay, they're just going to Johnny mid lane into the Sunstrike. They're going to drain the mana too, going for the stomp. ET ulti there. They keep him locked down. They need like one more right click here to finish him off. They will get it. This whole city getting the last hit.
Saw a blink reveal right there.
Still a decent kill onto Johnny. Obviously not like the most efficient one, I think, or the dream kill is still onto Apex, as Apex is just terrorizing your top lane. Tier 2 gone, and he's taking the outpost. This is just Apex putting the team on his back right now, I think. It's like anytime you show Beastmaster and you want to use that roar, Apex is just going to get aggressive somewhere else on the map. Sasquatch is also doing a little bit of creeping right now, able to get some deep wards, maybe even find a courier too, but now he needs to be super careful. He doesn't have a TP. He's gonna find another courier too. There are creeps right here. He can't go invis for another 10 seconds. I think he's just gonna get ran down. There is a Son of God over here with the Omni Slash, but maybe he just gets away, able to pop the drums. Hamingzy is in the side. Now, that's just 2 easy courier kills for Sasquatch. Right place, right time. And Whole City actually doing another blink here, this time onto the Earth Spirit. Seems like a weird initiation there, but I guess he'll take the pick off, especially if it's going to Zur. Still working on a BKB, but I mean, DARKW has the map control right now. They have the gold advantage. The only thing they don't have is the kill advantage, and really it's just where can Polar Ass find space to start pushing? Is Whole City dropping, actually? I didn't even see that one. I probably should have kept my camera in the bot lane, but still, Apex actually rotating down, helping clean up the Beastmaster. As well as Sasquatch just sitting in the middle of 3 heroes right now. There is a blink shackle shot in onto the Grimstroke, but we'll just play it safe, back off. They baited out the dust.
I can't believe it didn't get punished, though.
Yeah, just sitting in the middle of 3 heroes, there's no punish, and now Son of God actually rotating down the Juggernaut. Even feeling like he needs to rotate to this Apex, just turning around, popping the Metamorph, right-clicks back into Son of God, does not have the healing ward either, shackle shot missing, but look at that Shuriken Tasha doing so much damage. There comes the Atos, the Lotus Orb, reflecting the ulti there, the Omni Slash just being used, Apex having the ulti, his own teammate again, but still it's going to work out, the shackle shot connecting back onto Cello. As Apex gets the cleanup, and now the Shuriken Toss again on the Chupacabras, the Metamorph just doing all the work. They haven't even taken the tier 1 yet. They're diving the tier 3s in the same exact lane. A double kill for Apex. Whole City having to commit the war just to stay alive here as Apex getting super low. Have to play it a bit safe, but still all the damage being pumped out by this TB. Not a surprising gold swing there, but almost 4k damage done by Apex alone in that fight. (24-21), 25 minutes into this game. We've had more than a kill per minute. And I think top lane... What the hell is happening top lane? What is... How... Why is Sasquatch behind their tier 3s and he's still gonna live? How is he doing this?
Yeah, where's the punishment at?
They don't even have the tier 2 yet, and he's just in their base.
He's literally just fucking with Whole City.
Sasquatch actually making some pretty big plays. This is like huge space for Apex too. A lot of wards coming out. Unfortunately, that's probably a ward that gets, you know, removed by the Necro units, but we'll see if he actually finds it here. They still have to track on Whole City. Whole City's like, alright, enough of this. Does have the war. He sees him TP, but they're not going to catch him. Son of God, they do spot him in the jungle here. Does have a silence afterwards, but I think Son of God could just turn this, especially with the spin too. Maestro almost certainly dead here. Not really sure what the plan was. That seemed a little strange, just rolling into a Juggernaut, but...
He was feeling himself.
I mean, they are in the lead, so... Surprising they haven't taken Roche yet, by the way. Apex could probably do it on his own.
Oh, big time. I assume, I guess he doesn't want to use meta or something. I don't know why he's not doing it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He just doesn't want to pop meta to take Roche or something. But the butterfly op should make it so easy. He just needs to find a little bit more space where it's Sasquatch can help.
He might not even have to meta. He could probably just do it himself.
Yeah. He's over 300 damage. So he's just going to find Whole City. Whole City just getting melted by the illusion even. Almost dropping here. Is able to get away eventually. Especially move speed plus the blink. Johnny going to chase forward. Looking for a shackle shot. Can't quite find it. Nice stomp there too. But still no kills. And I think that just means Apex is able to find Roche here. Satanic up on Apex. And DARKW with the 20k gold lead. Looking pretty strong right now. E-Blade up on the Wind Ranger. They're going to hunt down Zerg. Just 3 heroes cleaning him up. Has to use the BKB. Dodges the stomp there. Maestro also in the way background, losing all of his mana. Going to get ran down after. Tried to get aggressive with the rest of his team, but doesn't have the same liberty that Wind Ranger has.
He's just making space across the map, yeah.
Apex just takes Roche alone. Didn't have to pop meta. Feeling pretty good. Again, we just see some really weird movements as Sonagata is running down Johnny way behind the tier 2. There is a tornado back up on the Hammings. He able to dodge the Somp? No, it just barely connects on him to the side there. Silence coming as well. Johnny chasing forward. Doesn't have the mana for another Shackle Shot, though. Is Sonagata going to go for the TP away? Whole city does get cleaned up, and Chupacabras probably has the same fate. Guam just hit his mic, and it was very loud.
Apologies. I was adjusting myself.
Adjusting myself. Wow.
Yeah, my chair slipped.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
I don't know how they win this game.
Maestro, he has got some of the biggest balls I've ever seen. I think he just dies again. He probably gets punished for this. Sasquatch doesn't get punished for these moves, but Maestro for sure does. They might have a rotation here from the rest of the team. Maybe it is just space all along. Maestro will eventually drop, and no, Johnny cannot make it happen. I mean, he's still on top of the 2 supports for Polar Ass. Sonagata gonna find Sasquatch mid, but really can't go for a kill here. He's still just trying to find space on the map, but it's super hard when Apex is just sponging up everything. They might have a roar this time. Apex a bit caught out. Does have the BKB, doesn't pop it in time, as well as Satanic. Does he try to turn this? The EMP just melting him down. Apex gone. Look at Hole just get melted to the illusions, though. ET ulti coming up does pierce through BKB, slows him down slightly, but that is a BKB usage. He doesn't have the Metamorph quite yet. Still has the Sunder. Is able to clean up the Necrounits too, so still a decent amount of gold going to Apex. At least you got rid of Aegis, so you don't have to worry about it in a high ground push. This whole city is somehow gonna live here. Almost just dies to the illusions of Apex, but eventually I think we'll see a push. It's really just up to Apex to make the call. I don't know how Sasquatch has only died once, by the way. With the places he's been in this game. Shackle Shot connected onto a creep hole city. A bit caught out here. Tornado making a bit of space for now onto Hammingsy, but still, that is a dead Beastmaster. With Roar off cooldown too, so if they want to push now, it is ideal. Apex and Hammingsy feeling pretty safe after that Roar is down for another 40 seconds here. Is Johnny just blinking aggressively onto the high ground, not finding anybody though. Again, doesn't get punished for it.
It's wild how they have vision for Sasquatch. They're just not like doing anything. They just walk away from him.
He's just that good of a bounty hunter player, I guess. And we might see it get banned this next game. With how big Apex got to, bounty hunter kind of equates into that. They do eventually pop the fortify, but Apex doesn't give a crap. It's able to run away from the Sasquatch again, just like completely beyond tier 4s, and he's able to get away by himself. There's an Omni Slash this time. No, it's actually the Swift Slash into Omni Slash as well as the Grimstroke ulti going for the war, but it's not onto the Grimstroke ulti target, so they just don't get the double war. Whole city just gets melted. Easy slip of the tongue, as Apex is going to clean everybody up. I think this might just be done. Johnny just hitting a 6 Shackle Shot to clear up Sonagata. Sunstrike does connect on a few, but they still can't clean up anybody. It's a 31k gold lead for DARKW, and I don't think it's going to go down at any time soon. Maybe you can get rid of some of these illusions here, but Apex is here to take your towers. Metamorph got plenty of time left on it. Not to take another Rax, and Cello is just gone. Dying to the illusions yet again. Megas. It's either Megas or Ancient. Kind of just up to DARKW. They do call GG for Polaris. Great game from Apex, though. I mean, that almost feels like the Apex show, but I feel like that wouldn't be giving Sasquatch enough credit either, or Hamingsy.
Yeah, Apex did pretty well. I think it was Sasquatch with they got a lot of track kills and just snowballed them so hard. I didn't get picked enough in the jungle.
A wind of change is blowing.
How does your entire Omni go?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but the Jugs Omni got so unlucky. He went on to ES and just ES had the Ghost Scepter, so he couldn't do anything. 0 jumps to anyone else. It was just all spirit. It was insane.
It was, I mean, you might have been, you can kind of influence it with right clicks, but I don't know if anyone's actually done the math on that.
I was pissed for him. That was awful.
Lobby's up. Oh, I can just do this, actually.
Pog use.
Pog.
I get a drink.
Alright, not like we need a Guam anyway. On to game 2 we go. Pretty convincing win for DARKW. I mean, it's just a TB strat. Never really touched the TB that game other than the 1 kill early on.
How did I get here?
MX Squire was here, but he left.
What? The game hasn't started yet. No, who's here? Badger's here.
Am I being dragged in there?
Yeah. We can drag MX Squire back in, too.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah,
Piss
fuck
him
MX
off.
Squire.
Is the lobby still up?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Hoi.
I'm on it. I'm in. The better.
See, I think this is the perfect tri-cast because we get nothing from Guam and then we get,
What?
you know, 50 from Badger, so it's 100.
My My English was superior.
What?
Nothing. Fuck you.
Your English?
I'm just here to provide some dank analysis tonight. I'm sure.
Anything is better than Guam's analysis. So.
All right, we have some water real fast. We're right back.
Guam's only here because so he can like ban people in the game.
I'm here to have fun. What do you mean?
Guam's only here so he doesn't get fined.
Oh,
25 veterans are going to carry him every game. Yeah, I think it's just the Apex show in this series. I don't know, even you basically just have to like hunt down the TB. The fact that I think it was last picked, right? Or was that a fourth pick? It might have been a fourth pick. You need like a faster pushing lineup or something.
I think they just had to hunt them more.
Maybe. They were using the Beastmaster War on like, you know, Earth Spirit, Hamming Z a couple of times. They're able to get kills, but it's just not on the prime target that is Apex.
What's going on?
I think they're just memeing. I don't know what's happening. Okay, yeah, they're just swapping teams. What is happening? Why is Dota running so slow? What is running in the background? Let's minimize that. Oh, it's because there's like 400 particle effects on the main screen now. That's why.
Why are you talking about your FPS?
I don't know. Oh, it might just be good once I load it into the game here, hopefully.
I'm fully ready to go.
Yeah,
What'd you
it's
say?
fine. It's fine. Alright, resident CSGO players and Badger and USSGuam swapping to casting Dota 2 after casting months of CSGO.
Casting months. I was casting Dota literally 2 nights ago. Either way, though, I mean, that was a very convincing game one.
So the difference between
DARKW.
this game is that you don't plant a bomb on the Ancient unless you're playing techies.
You're doing this to me, aren't you? You're gonna bust my balls that hard.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to educate people.
I even played Dota 2 today, man. What do you mean?
We're just getting instant
They
first
didn't
two
ban
picks.
it. They just gave
They
Sasquatch
did
that
not
hero
ban
again.
it.
This is gonna go. They picked the Invoker as well again. That's interesting.
I mean,
I didn't
that's
watch the
fine.
laning phase. How'd it do in the lanes?
Is fine. I don't know. Bounty Hunter basically just cleared off boars, so that was his only job. Terrorblade died once because you don't really have save from Bounty Hunter, but I mean the fact that he's only dying once is still a win for a team that has Apex. So Lion's kind of a weird pickup. I'm not a big Lion fan.
I think at this point they're probably just thinking, all right, let's try some different stuff. We've gotten the win we needed. I think at this point, no matter what they do, actually, let me look at the standings real fast. All right, so no matter what they do, they're at the very least tied with Tacos. If they care about getting the 2 seed rather than the 3 seed, they can try to win this game. But no matter what, they're
Wait,
guaranteed.
DARKW or Polaris?
DARKW.
No.
Because unless Step Bro drops a bunch of games, then Step Bro's going to be the number 1 seed.
I play tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, they play a series tomorrow.
Who?
Step Bro and Stuck.
Yeah.
And they play tomorrow and they play Friday. And they should be able to get at least 3, if not 4 wins in those 2 series. So when it comes down to it, unless DARKW wants to get this win,
Bold predictions there from Badger.
I mean, Step Bro and Stuck's a very good, very strong Dota team. I mean, no disrespect to Marty Chang Slayers or Polar Ass, but Step Bros was very good this season.
Poor guys playing games.
Yeah,
back
they
to
are.
back.
They choose 0 DARKW. They choose 0
Thank you.
tacos. So until they lose in playoffs, I am very high on that team.
Until they lose in playoffs, okay.
Or if they win playoffs, then well, I guess they've proven their ability.
All right, Guam. Give me
Yo.
your analysis.
Analysis: Pango, Whole City, Invoker, Zur, Sasquatch.
You're just.
Bounty?
This isn't really like analysis. This is just.
Analysis: calculating. I think Polar Ass has this because Whole City Pango is kind of cracked.
I know it's slightly off topic, but I just noticed the vernacular between like you, Mike, and Fazan is so similar. Actually,
Why Total King? Why you?
It's pretty
Pretty
similar.
you three have a very similar
Pretty
speaking style, very similar cultural mannerisms. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how Fazan got in that, but maybe he's like absorbed it from
Yeah,
YouTube.
well,
but-
people Total King.
I noticed it though. He does the exact same thing. It's like, all right, if you're ever deep in thoughts, the calculating.
Me and Mike for sure because we've known each other forever. But Total King, all right.
Apparently, TK's absorbed it.
I guess we brought him in.
I
You
think
spend way too much
look
time
at this
with
draft
it.
though. Look at DARKW. They're getting some real burst heroes. If DARKW picks some, I don't know, is Batrider banned? Batrider's not banned. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love to see Batrider for MJON here. I think it'd be a very good Batrider game for him. His Batrider actually is unbelievable. He was playing
I think it's
Batrider
fine into
super well
Invoker too.
when it was when it was off meta. MJON was playing Batrider super well. So if he plays it now, when it's not the top of the meta anymore thanks to Napalm nerf, but still, his Batrider owns. They're getting some sick burst though. They're going to track arrows. They'll have a lion finger. They'll have blink puck. They'll have like a blink offlaner, and they're going to just absolutely run it Invoker during this game. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Undying to Puck. Puck's actually decent into Undying, I think, especially when you get the right click too. It's basically just free tombstone kills. Also, decent lockdown for Pango and Invoker. It's probably going to be a mid Puck, I would assume, for Hammingsy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's one of his better heroes.
I don't know.
It's the sort of style of hero he plays well, so it's the sort of style of hero he's played for this team. So it wouldn't shock me if he goes mid here.
I think it's a Lion 5 too. Like last game, they did do the Bounty Hunter 5. Is okay. I don't know. It was okay into Beastmaster. You just get rid of the boars. Don't really worry about it too much. We do get no Beastmaster this game, and we get the Apex Alchemist. In game 2, they just literally.
So they're
just putting him on
running
farming.
they're running Pango Shaman offlane, right?
With Undying 5, are you sure?
I'm not sure if you'd want to lane Bounty into the Pango. It feels like a rough time. Like Pango Shaman or Pango Undying. I think I'd probably put the Bounty 4, but
They need.
I don't think it's well. I don't think it's about the lanes for DARKW this game. They're probably going to lose their lanes, but then they're going to do some mid game, like minute 10, minute 15 farming, and then
Yeah,
It's on
Bounty
Polar
will
has to stop
probably
that.
just make the space again. Get Alec even more snowballed. What carries Polar gonna pick?
it's a question of the day. Took a lot of the heroes they would want are banned. I mean, Jug, Troll, Slark, Ursa, all banned. So, as always, the brainchild of DARKW. I'm sure it's mostly Hammingsy and Sasquatch, but still, some very smart players there. It's another great draft from DARKW. What do they pick actually? What is Sonic asking for right now?
From Sam, I don't even know what you would want here.
And I know it seems off meta, but Lifestealer might not be terrible.
I hate Lifesteal this meta.
It's one of those things where you maybe timing window it before Puck is Ags, before Alk's Abyssal, but it was like all the actual good carries you'd want here are banned. That's why I'm concerned. Do you pick up I think about meta carries that aren't banned, or still like second tier heroes at this point, third tier
Yeah.
heroes, like say PA or something, and I'm not sure if PA is good at all this game. I'm not
PA 's
sure
just
if like
not-
any mage is good at all this game.
PA would need to have to rush BKB.
It's like the heroes that are like in the meta are banned. So we're looking at like next to your heroes like PA, AM, Terrorblade, PL. Those are PL's even banned actually. So I think you just go for something crazy here for Polar Ass and just say, all right, let's just try something crazy, something wild and crazy, and just play.
I kind of honestly, I like PA actually. If you get a quick pig on puck, he'll just instantly die with
Pig?
PA crit. Sorry, sheep.
Because at what point in this game does PA have the ability to fight these DARKW cores?
Oh, he can fight Alchemist at like
I mean, you
30
need
minutes?
burst into an
The
alchemist.
thing is, Alchemist at that point is going to have 5 items. I don't think you can beat Alchemist with BKB Abyssal versus just you say a minute 30, right? On PA,
Yeah.
you're going to have B Fury,
I think
Deso,
it's
BKB.
close. I don't think it's
Yeah,
like as one-sided.
Maybe he'll have a
As you
Basher.
think.
Then Alchemist will have BKB Abyssal.
Well, okay,
B-Fury,
maybe 30 minutes. I assume
AC.
18. Once PA is 18, he does so much damage, so he doesn't need that many items. And I'll kind of he's done at 25 minutes. He can't get bigger, or PA can get bigger. Alex, one of those heroes, I think in the late game, he's kind of not good.
PA kind of has a faster timing too. Like PA can actually start pushing if you get Deso early enough.
Yeah.
You just start running it.
But I
Yeah,
don't think
going
he can get that so this right.
We might be overanalyzing, actually. They're probably not going to respond to the lane matchup here.
I don't
Because
think you
they're
pick
their
PA
3 here.
though.
They're
They
going to
probably
pick their 3, and they're going to get a good matchup for Sonic God in
Yeah,
the
they
lane.
just get the offlaner. I don't even know. Ew.
Yeah, not PA.
M-John is not happy right now. But
This is just like the hero you pick when you don't want to think about what you want to pick. It's just like, yeah, fuck it. Just pick Viper.
Now think about it. M-John's been playing a lot of Venos. Maybe he wants to play Viper.
It isn't even like
Basically, Veno, but better.
You don't even benefit from the break this game. I guess against Pango, but that's like such a niche.
It did
Oh,
last
nice
stealer.
hero, alright.
Okay, I feel vindicated.
Seems
mean,
fun and out,
obviously,
but really is this Lifestealer's
hard,
timing
but-
isn't that quick. Like I feel like you just get outpaced.
It's one of those things where Lifestealer, you can't play Lifestealer the way you used to. You have to once play as like a momentum-based hero. You're going to have to infest this Pangolier. You're going to have to like fight with Armlet plus maybe like a Blightstone or something, like Phase Blightstone
Yeah.
Armlet.
Go early.
And you're going to have to be able to fight either close to the Beefier Town Alchemist or ideally beforehand. It's going to be a bit hard to make solo plays this game. Like say you have to like say Double King play Lifestealer, right? And Double King will go for solo kills. I think it's gonna be hard this game to go for solo kills because most of these heroes aren't going to be solo killable, especially considering it's going to be a 5 puck. So like both these supports have some counterplay into the Lifestealer. So it's going to have to be like Lifestealer, Shaman, Pango playing together with Sunstrike, and you're going to have to hope to have some kind of momentum play, possibly kill Alchemist at like at the tri-cap or something. I mean, obviously the win condition is difficult, but they have a win condition, and that's something.
I mean, you have a decent amount of push too. I think that makes your game a little bit easier when you have Shaman as a 5, and you could just drop Tombstone plus Shaman ulti on a tower.
I would have liked Lifestealer 10 times better if they had like an Oracle or like a Shadow Demon. So when Lifestealer gets coiled, he can at least survive that through that coil. Because if he gets coiled, he's kind of fucked.
Can you ulti when you're coiled?
Yeah, you can. Can you ulti? No, I don't think so.
Everyone
I know you
assumes
can't
so.
rage. I know you can't rage. So
But you can't rage when you're coiled?
You can
You
rage,
can-
yeah. You just can't
you
leave
can
the rage.
rage?
Well,
Yeah, you
you
just
can leave
can't-
the coil when he doesn't have eggs.
Well, yeah, the thing is, he's gonna have.
I'm pretty
eggs
sure you
relatively
can't
early.
rage.
I'm pretty sure you can rage. Like, you can't use any movement abilities underneath coil, but rage wouldn't...
Because if he could rage, he can just walk out Puckle.
That's why he buys items on Puck.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
why
like-
you need an X.
It's the same interaction
Like, you
as
do.
Jug Spin.
Yeah,
You can-
jug
you can
spin
jug
is the
spin.
same
Oh, yeah.
thing.
No, but are you sure? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
100%, dude.
I'm literally one of 5 people who play Lifestealer Dispatch, and I'm 100% sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
well,
you know how
find
you
out.
can manta dodge puck coil? Like, even when
Yeah.
puck has eggs, you can manta dodge it. Like, manta is basically the same thing as raging or popping spin. Like, it's still just an ability that's going to make you invulnerable for a certain amount of time. Like,
I'm actually really excited to see the M-John.
all
Downey. This is
puck
gonna be
ulti
interesting.
does is stop, like, Storm from ulting or Void Spirit from ulting,
Ember.
Ember. Movement abilities, basically.
I'll say it
AM
picks
from
up too.
AM can still blink though, right? Because you can blink.
I don't think so anymore, actually.
I don't know.
You used to be able to, but I don't think you can anymore.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think Quap can blink out of it.
What's DARKW
And you
up
can't,
to? What are they
you
doing?
can't snowball either. Interesting. Anyway, Amy's gonna get aggressive here, go for the high ground bounty rune. They might just get 4 if Apex can win the right-click battle, which they do.
He did.
Easy
got
enough.
He even skilled Grievel's Greed too. Jeez, we got the Alchemist is already so rich.
Is he already on top? And now it's just
He's
carries.
already 2.
No, he's not. He's behind right
Yeah.
now. It's GG.
I'm actually so surprised he's not.
It's GG. Look at all 5 of Radiant Heroes on top. It's already over.
Did they remove the? It's only a small modifier, but still.
It's pretty small, but still, it's worth it. You only have 1 level in it too, which is what, 3 bonus gold.
Alk is farming.
1 CS. He did miss the range creep though.
Lane's over.
We'll see how he
No,
does.
this range creep lost. Game's over.
We'll see how he does in this first. He's 2 for 3 so far. Can he go 3 for 4? Not bad for Apex. Anyway, enough with that. We'll look at mid. That's the more important starting first wave to look at. Hamming Z
game.
versus Apex. This is just Viper versus Invoker. Probably Viper favored every single time.
Invoker should be fine. If Viper ever goes on him too hard, he just popped
Yeah.
pop hole snap.
I mean, it's kind of just it's a farming lane. You don't really expect too much action out of this. Kind of just down to right-click skills of the 2 players. And we'll see
I
how
think
it
if
goes.
Hammingsy has 6, he has counterplay, but then he makes 6 plus a rune, but then he has tornadoes off the runes. It's kind of hard to be Viper and get a kill there.
He's already up on XP too, but I think it's just because of the extra wave here.
God, I hate Lion.
Why do you hate Lion? Why is
Look at this
Lion
guy.
top, actually? This is also the surprising thing. Maestro doing 4 Lion, which you don't see too often. Chupacabra actually missing the strike steal there.
Undying's dead.
Decay missed.
Undying's
Might go
dead.
for the stun here. Gets it. First blood going to
Oh.
Maestro. Son of God has no cleanup either unless he can just get the right clicks here. The strength actually returning to Maestro at the same time. Needs a slow. Maestro's getting right click down. Needs 1 more. Does get it. Actually, Chupacabra's getting lasted on the Maestro.
Bottom.
I think that was to the zombies too, wasn't it?
Sasquatch just killed him, bottom. Sasquatch owns. There's a reason why
I'm not even sure
Sasquatch
how
is the
Sasquatch
best player in
pulled him off.
lads. This man's actually insane.
I was not watching bottom that whole time. I'm not even sure how he pulled that off.
This is Sasquatch, though. You have to trust Sasquatch. Like, his brain is bigger than all of ours. You just need to trust him.
Okay. Well, I mean, human brains are relatively the same size. I don't know if there's been any significant research into Dota play and brain size. Badger.
It's probably a correlation between brain
Maybe.
size and being a Dota player and being good
Maybe.
at Dota.
I don't think there's a correlation between brain size and IQ, though, actually.
It's kind of to it's brain size per mass or something. There's a
Maybe.
metric for it, but that's not
Maybe.
important. This is Dota 2.
All we know is Guam has the biggest brain, and that's why he
True.
runs League of Legends.
True.
Interesting.
That's how it happened. Slight lead, though, for DARKW early on. Hamming Z, again, mid. I mean, this is their 2nd game on Invoker this series. He's feeling it, I think. He's doing okay. He's keeping up in terms of CS, only behind by 2. And Denies is practically the same. But kind of a boring mid lane, typical matchup. Sonny got actually getting kill top lane on the Maestro again. Johnny able to clean up the tombstone there, but now he might just get gone. And again, the slow coming from Ghoul Frenzy. Is Johnny just going to get right click down? They need 1 more. They get it. Chupacabra helping them get 2 kills in the top lane. The fade time not quite enough for the bounty hunter. This is kind of a weird build. We didn't see this last game from Sasquatch on bounty hunter. It was actually early levels in the Shuriken toss. He neglected leveling that invis early on. We also lose Zur mid lane to Hammingsy. I'm assuming just to the poison attack stacks.
Yeah, Zur went for the rune, and Hammingsy knew he was going for the rune and just hit him. And he died.
Bottom lane, we can look at the matchup.
Nothing too sexy, but it's kind of happens when Viper happens.
This isn't like as great of a start for Apex in the bot lane, at least compared to the Lifestealer. But of course, Alchemist doesn't need too much to get started.
That's one of the things where Alchemist is being contested much more heavily than Lifestealers. Lifestealer can just man fight the bounty. He can go on the if the line ever misplays, then he can just kill the line as well. So there's a lot of
which has
opportunity
happened
for
like
in this lane.
twice now, basically. Bounty Hunter as well dropping once is huge. This top lane, I think, is a for sure victory at this point from Polarast, unless like you somehow die on Sonagod, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. There is a turn here as Cello, with the shackles, able to lock down and bring down Sasquatch. Zer with the rotation to bounty.
He wanted the rune, but alas, 2 heroes are sitting there ready to kill him.
They're trying to kill off this tombstone, and his Maestro is just going to get chased down. The Ghoul Frenzy keeping him slow. They pop out the dust too. Sonagod wants to finish off the line, dives a little bit too far. There's the stun. He tanks the tower shots. And just as I say it a couple of seconds ago, we lose Sonagod.
Man,
Gets
this
a little
fucking
greedy.
Smoke is so dog shit now. That's
He got
so
really aggressive on them.
Really, I don't think they can bring down Chupacabra, so.
Oh,
It's going
Chupacabra,
to be
what is this
close.
fucking
He is
build?
out of mana, but he has 5 wand charges. I don't think you can dive this. Yeah, he's going to be fine. It's only a level 1 Shuriken toss.
He got 2 levels in DK. He's on crack. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he got 2 levels in DK.
Is that not the build? What is it?
Hell no.
Maxing Soul Rib?
He have no mana, and
I
max
just die to
Soul Rib.
creeps right now.
or Tombstone, one of the two. You never max DK. You
That's a
go
really...
rarely.
I've never seen that pull done either.
Yeah, he went, what? He went this way.
I mean, I guess it works. He does miss 1
yeah,
creep,
that's
but
fine. It works. I just don't see it used often.
yeah. It's like when you could just go straight up, but
I guess it helps because
Just
if someone's here to
flexing.
contest it, you can just.
yeah.
pull
He was
it.
super low too, so. Sasquatch kind of doing the same thing bottom lane, just trying to help his core out. I mean, in terms of CS, not too surprising to see Hamixy on top here, basically just going in between jungle and lane, popping Nether Toxin.
Oh, they want to go on out? He's pinging. Shellow's pinging.
Top lane, they might be able to go on Johnny if Sonagod can keep him slow, but again, Ghoul Frenzy just doesn't seem as strong, but it might still lead to a kill here. The stun
out
actually already
2
used from
levels,
Lion.
yeah.
They're just going to try and chase him down. There's the ulti pop from Sonagod, getting a cleanup kill onto Johnny, and I don't think they want to dive any further into Maestro. No, they will. They have the creep wave here. The tower shot's being tanked up. Maestro getting chased down and will eventually drop to the right clicks here. Sonagod getting a double kill. There is a TP up from Hamixy as they want to try and find Sonagod, but they don't have any stuns for the TP.
Ghoul Frenzy owns, actually. Think about it, right? Over Venom, you buy it to catch 70 rounds. When you have that and Ghoul
Bottom
Frenzy,
lane, they're
it's 2.5
going on
times.
Apex too, but they don't have an ulti. The shackles are here, but can they pick up the kill? They need to get the swashbuckle, but he's still just saving it for now. Whole city. Just assuming they
what
don't
a
have the
post-
damage. Cello
that.
running back in. I'm not sure if they want this kill or not. They're basically just turning around, going back at each other. Zer's rotated bottom. Apex is here with the ulti, but still Zer with the rotation gets the EMP on top of him, plus the cold snap swashbuckle there. Apex dropping lower, still has the ulti charge, but the tornado there enough to finish him off. Whole city with the right click to end it all. Apex dropping for the 2nd time in this whole series.
Yeah, if Apex didn't die there, I would just be calling for an Alchemist nerf immediately. Like, there's no way he's able to survive this 3 hero sitting him like that
I would have
continuously.
been.
I mean, that's just classic Alchemist. Needs something to stop the regen, which they are going to have soon. Wait, who has the urn? I thought Zer had it. Or do they not have
Does
an
he
urn
not?
yet?
Is he building it? I think he's calling it right now.
He's going phase boots?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah. Okay. It was on the courier.
Maybe they go for Alk again?
They're going to try.
I don't
but
know if it's-
not easy.
I don't know if it's worth going for him a 2nd time. I think you just take the space that you created by killing him once, and they're actually just going to go for a push. It looks like with Sonagod rotating mid, they want to push here. They got to be careful from Hamixy, but they know Hamixy's top, so this is pretty safe. I think they just need the Shaman ulti. They will drop the Tombstone behind the tower. Maybe look at Sasquatch, who already used the orb, just running him down. The dust actually being popped doesn't catch out Sonagod here, but still going to be able to clean him up. Sonagod picking up a kill. Excuse me, on the Maestro. They will find Johnny too. The dust being popped. Can't go invis again. Just jump into a creep in Whole City. Also with rotation. Still no level 6 on the Pango either. So he's running down. Johnny immediately gets the disarm there. Nice for whole city. Will be able to back away. Not even sure where Sonigod went. Okay, he's just running bottom in this creep. Looking for Apex, and yeah, gets a couple of right clicks into him. Maybe if Cello connects on the shackles here, they can just get the kill. They're diving the tier 1. Cello needs to hit the shackles, but he's so low. He's got to be careful of not taking too many hits here. Will finally drop to the tower, but they still clean up the Alchemist. Apex dropping a what the fuck in chat.
He gets tower. That was a pretty good roll. It's fine.
Yeah, that's like a beautiful play there from Polaras, just recognizing we gotta kill Apex this game. We didn't do it last game, and now we're gonna hunt him down and take his tower. Doing two birds with one stone right there.
But just like last game, this bounty hunter is causing a ruckus. He's just fucking with Chupacabra.
I think Johnny may be taking a play, or at least a page from Sasquatch's book, of how to play Bounty Hunter. They know Zur is over here, by the way, with the Ghost Walk. Not quite leveled up yet. They do get the Cold Snap back onto the Viper. Still no orange charges yet as the roll coming through. They want to hunt down Hamingsy, but the roll missing Old City.
Not like this.
Not quite diving for this. He misses again slightly. Only connects on him once. He does have the swashbuckle away. I think they can still get the kill, but it still just leads to the death of whole city. Maestro cleaning up the Pango. His Cello maybe looking for the shackles, cancels it immediately as the orb away is there. Johnny trying to run down somebody, but can't quite find a kill. Is back into Johnny they go. Cold Snap plus the Earn combo connecting. Johnny getting a little low, but still doesn't have to worry about this too much. Just going to run back out at Zur, go for the right click. No fear there at all for Johnny. Apex is doing a lot of the same moves he did last game too. He sees all these heroes mid, and he just immediately TPs top to take the tower.
This is actually a somewhat concerning game state for Polaras at this point. I mean, they're
think so too,
farming,
yeah.
but they're going to lose the farm game.
I think it would be fine had Apex like gone anywhere else, but Apex being like a really good Dota 2 player, TP's top lane, noticing that it's free, and he just takes the tower, and now this entire top jungle is completely safe for him. As they're still fighting mid lane, they're gonna find Johnny able to drop the wards too. I think they're gonna get the mid tier 1 as well. Hamingsy maybe getting a cleanup. It is a 1-for-1 as they clean up the Shadow Shaman, but running in is the Lifestealer. Back onto Hamingsy they go. Can they hunt him down? No, it's back onto Maestro. They get the stun, but Maestro's gonna get ran down by Sonigod. Couple of right clicks cleaning up the Lion. One more gets it. There's a turn back into Chupacabras. Hamingsy dishing out the damage right now as whole city hits the roll through onto Johnny, but they still can't quite find this pesky little bounty hunters. They're going for the EMP. There is a bit of a lockdown on the Sasquatch as he loses a lot of his mana there, but Sonigod looking for the cleanup, gets another one. Whole city actually killing off Johnny, and now back into Hamingsy they go, but Apex is rotated over right at the last second to try and get some cleanup. They've lost their mid tier 1, and now Apex without the ulti. Sonigod might just hunt him down, but I don't think he wants to dive thus far. Is Sonigod actually coming out on top there? I'm a little surprised Apex rotates to this, but I guess he did his work in the top lane. They lose the mid tier 1 at the same time, and Polaras makes an aggressive play. They make it work, but still they're down by 4k, basically completely to the Alchemist.
I know
and
it's
Viper,
a
I guess.
little nitpicky, but that fight would have actually been a lot better for Polaras if Sonigod used the second golem something. When he popped out of the the infest, he had the double golem spawn out. He didn't stun either. Had he have stunned Mjon and Hamingsy with the 2 golems, that fight actually went a lot better.
Hamingsy's going to run out at Whole City too, but I don't think
Yeah,
he can dive.
Golems does a lot of damage.
Just the stun as well would have been huge.
It's a solid chunk of damage it
He
does.
spent a lot of time kiting around, being kited around for like 2.5 seconds trying to chase a hero that he could have just killed under stun duration from the golem.
You notice like the difference in tempo that Polaras is making this game as they look for another fight bottom lane. This time Whole City can connect on the roll through as they hunt down Hamingsy, and I think this is guaranteed kill. Just hops inside of that Pango, gets on top of the Viper, and they will look for Sasquatch 2, instantly canceling out the shackles. Couple of right clicks from Chupacabra, able to clean them up. There is Lion Finger there. It's a 1-for-1 at the start. Again, they're losing the Shaman, but again, Shaman, like, Cello is just doing his job every single fight, dropping the wards on the tower. They want to take that tower. Sonigod just 1v1ing Apex, but the cold snap on top of him. Sonigod getting a little low, needs to back away from this, does not have the rage anymore. Needs to go for the armlet toggle here, ticking down, stunned up, goes for it one more time, survives. Can't quite find the kill yet. He is tracked up to coming. Kane misses it. Sonigod doesn't see the shuriken toss coming. As he drops there, look at the bottom tier 2, though. 89 HP on this tower as they take out Zer. Polar Ass just seeing, hey, they have an Alchemist this game. We cannot play the same way we did last game. We need to get aggressive here, and they're just constantly looking for fights. Not all going their way, unfortunately. Because I think Chupacabra is just dead mid lane down to the Viper ult from Hammingsy. Not the easiest kill you've seen on that hero. Gonna try and go for the tombstone too, but Whole City's over here to stop that. Goes for the rollback. On to Johnny. They have some vision for him too since he's underneath the towers. Whole City cleans up the bounty hunter bottom in the river too. Cello is fighting and dueling it out with Sasquatch. He has the silence. There's Shackles as well. Cello trying to get away from Hammingsy, but the right clicks come. And that is a dead Shadow Shaman, I believe, as he drops to Sasquatch. And now the rotation is up from Polar Ass. They still want to hunt down these heroes. Sonigod looking for the Viper. Sasquatch still sitting over here as well. They're going to miss them for now. The scan completely off, but they will find Hammingsy in the trees. The Tornado connecting into the EMP does not have the chance to TP out with the Cold Snap. Just going to drop. Goes for the ulti. Doesn't matter. Sonigod just tanking this up with Rage. And Apex again making a similar play where it just goes into the lane where heroes aren't shelling and takes the tower.
Sasquatch is being very annoying in this game, playing the exact same area of the map, trying to kill these. If he hits us with the orb, he's gonna go for it anyways. This man's crazy.
He's definitely doing a really good job. He's cutting the wave right now. He wants to make sure this top push is difficult. I think they could just run bottom too and also take the tower really quickly whenever they feel like it. Oops, I just misclicked. Yeah, Cello just getting pissed off at Sasquatch, of course, making all the big brain plays. As Tornado slightly missing there onto the line. As Sonigod just loses all of his mana. Needs to go for the armlet toggles. Gets stunned up. Right clicks coming through. Is able to get away from this for now. Another armlet toggle keeps him alive as they get down. A whole city just getting exploded in the background. Chupacabra's actually popping the ult. Wants to go back at Johnny getting locked down for now. But Apex, I mean, there's not really too much you can do to keep this Alchemist off of you. He's at SNY plus Battle Fury and Polar Ass biting off a little bit more than they can chew. This is not looking good for Polar Ass. I mean, they took some towers this time. They kill off Apex twice instead of once. But it's still just not enough as DARKW looking so strong right here in game 2. 11k gold lead, 17 minutes in.
It's actually a good thing for DARKW that Sasquatch is not higher leveled. Because Sasquatch went to cut the wave, but because he was not level 10 yet, he actually...
Sasquatch is just dead.
He's dead now.
He's just dead now.
It's unfortunate. But the entire reason that fight happened is because he wasn't level 10. If he was level 10, the wave would have instantly died to his Rift Orb combo. Instead, it didn't kill the wave, and they were able to fight because Polar had something to fight there. It just did not work for them.
All City going for the roll. Just want to try and hunt down some heroes mid as the roll connects on Johnny. The Shackles here too if he wants to use it. And it also has the ulti. They might be able to clean up Johnny, yeah. Bounty Hunter dead for sure. Can't cancel out the Shackles. Maestro might just be next as Whole City hunts him down with the swashbuckle. Right clicks connecting from Chupacabra as they look for Roche. I think Apex knows this is going on. They will drop the wards on another objective here. This time it's Roshan. They're doing a really nice job using these wards every single time too. Just on an objective every single time. Every time they want to take a fight. Places it close enough to a tower where they can hit it. This should just be a dead Roshan. Apex might even lose his courier too, but Sonigod able to pick up the Aegis. If only Courier could pick up Aegis and then it survives once.
Dude, that would be insane.
Remember when Couriers could use items? That was a weird
Not that
month.
long ago.
That was a weird month. I don't think I ever saw it impact a game once in the single month that it was in the game, but...
It was crazy.
It was fun.
I think a pro player used it like once or twice in one of these pro game.
I mean, I appreciate the courier micro in the game, but only at level 30 kind of makes it irrelevant. Cello maybe looking at bottom, does have the Hex plus Shackles here. This is probably a dead Hemmings. He right-clicks coming in from Sonagod. And that is a dead Dragon.
Meanwhile, whole city fighting Maestro with Chupacabra.
I think Maestro is going to drop here to the roll completely. Actually, Chupacabra is taking the kill. I mean, every time it looks like DARKW is just going to roll over and win the game, Polaras does take a couple pickoffs here and there, and especially taking Roche is huge, but still, you got to look at Apex. I mean, Guam was saying past 25 minutes this hero doesn't get any bigger. I'm not sure that's going to be the case here.
Whole city's probably just deader.
It looks pretty dead, especially with the puck coil.
Oh,
No, he
he's
actually
dead.
times that perfectly to
And he
survive
jumped,
the puck
yeah.
coil. And whole city gets away.
Good play. Good play. They had the right jump there as well, but they just couldn't finish him. They're going to still try, but they just lack the damage to finish.
Johnny's just being a pesk. Like, I don't think he's even looking for kills. He's just like, I'm gonna right click you, I'm gonna steal your gold. That's about it.
Cancel his regen rune.
I think I'm learning how to play bounty hunter from Sasquatch and Johnny right now. You don't care at all about getting kills. All you do is just try and steal gold with Janata and hunt down couriers. That's it. That's all you do. Like, he has not been anywhere near. All you need to do in fights is track people. That's about it. Run around the map hitting people. Never sit in lane.
Maestro's dead again.
This is basically Lion gameplay 101. Anytime anybody finds you, you are dead.
Thought for a second there was going to be a huge Sunstrike from downtown to get that kill. It's only level 3 exit though, so maybe not.
Might be a bit of a trade here. I guess it's just the Alchemist effect going into play. The fact that it's a 10k gold lead for DARKW right now. I mean, if you look at the net worth too, it's what, 5,000.
The thing is, just keep in mind, it's only a 5,000 gap between the Alchemist and Lifestealer.
Yeah,
it's a 5,000 organic.
I mean, it's
gap
still a
between everything
DARKW lead. If you take away the Alchemist like bonus gold, it's still a DARKW lead. But it's closer than it appears.
I think DARKW are relatively comfortable at the game state still. They're still looking for Abyssal Blade, obviously, on the...
It definitely feels like
their big item.
Polaras feels rushed almost to try and end this game early before Alchemist can get, that much bigger.
Look at the way DARKW is playing. Look at the way they're splitting the map. They have M-John scouting here. They have Apex in the trees. They have Sasquatch, who was playing in the trees top lane. They're just not showing
Polaras is, I mean, Polaras is just hunting constantly as they find Hamingsy again, and he's able to pop a BKB, and he might actually live here. Even turning this on to Zur. Zur has no solution for this. He's able to go invis. They don't have any dust for him as Zur walks away underneath the Ghost Shroud there. Maestro dropping instead, and again, just Lion gameplay 101, you die, and same thing for Hamingsy. Johnny just cutting the wave mid lane, but I think this might be a push for Polaras. They have wards in 40 seconds. They still have the Aegis too, but Aegis is only up for 30 seconds. I don't know if they have the timing for this, if they want to go high ground.
They have to try something at this point. Right now, Alchemist does not have Abyssal, does not have AC. You have two heroes dead. If
you take tier 3 here, I think you get Barracks guaranteed because Mass Serpent Ward's going to be up in 20 seconds. Yeah, I think this is just Barracks guaranteed. Pretty easy push. They don't have the Viper either for that D push. There's the TP in from the Bounty Hunter. Maestro missing the stun there. They do get back. Okay. I thought they might get aggressive here, but with Viper spawning super soon, they're going to play it safe. Go for the Shackle. No, they go for the quick turnaround. Back on the Apex, they do. Cello canceling out the Shackles. Can't quite find it as whole city cancels the roll. Thought they might go for the big turn there, but they're actually just tiptoeing the line of when do they want to fight Apex, actually running him with the BKB, goes for the right clicks back onto the Shadow Shaman, drops him to get the wards out, but again, this time they're not close to an objective as Apex able to get away. The Sunstrike connects as he runs back into it, but doesn't quite kill him. Hamingsy popping the BKB. Sonagod just running at a couple of heroes with just the armlet toggles. He's still alive, but will drop. Armlet toggled at just the wrong timing. They lost the Aegis right there too. Just a couple of seconds ago. And Zur might be the last lone survivor here with the Ghost Walk able to get away for now. But yeah, with the Bounty Hunter keeping you locked down, whole city gets the TP away. You take a tier 3, but without taking the racks there, I think it's just a free... It's a free push for DARKW almost, straight down the mid lane.
That was their chance. That was their chance to win this Dota game. Like, they're probably their best chance for this entire game. And
maybe. I feel like there's still an opportunity. Just with the Mass Serpent wards, I think they still have an opportunity. You just have to kill Apex once. It was a little weird, their initiation.
It's uphill from here, though, because look at Alchemist about to get AC.
I think they have to go before he gets AC. Because you see how much damage Sunny was doing? Or Lifestealer?
Yeah, it's huge.
They need to go before the AC, I think. They still have a pretty good chance if they can.
I mean, it felt like they had an opportunity to catch Apex there, but Cello just didn't feel it in canceling the shackles out. I guess he was just afraid of the puck or something.
I see they're running it down. I know. They know. They also feel it.
They have wards in 25 again, so they can't try to just force racks with that.
I mean,
so
Apex
keep Cello alive.
showing top. They might try and look for a fight
be careful
mid.
on Cello. Like, they actually might just try to go with the puck and the bounty onto the shaman. So
does he have eggs yet? No. He's actually going Yules. I guess this is the 5 puck, though. We're not expecting, like, stellar timings.
If it goes late enough, Apex will give him an eggs, so it won't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Or, like, Roshan. Well, I guess that was the first Roshan, right?
I would put money on Alchemist over the Roshan thing.
Just options. This is a 19k gold need, though. For DARKW, straight back into the high ground they go. Apex TPing back in. They drop the wards right on top of the barracks, looking for them this time. But look at them just clean up the wards. Sunagod going straight in the barracks, trying to bring it down. Doesn't really have a target, but look at Apex go just clean up the shaman. Yet again, Sunagod using the ulti prematurely here. Maybe looking back at Apex as Sunagod just having to retreat. There is the puck coil. Look at Sasquatch go brilliant there with the coil, locking Polar S in. They bring down Sunagod, and they can even find more. Back on the whole city they go. 4 dead, and they don't find Zur, I think. Johnny just knows he's over here, but he barely misses him. He doesn't have dust. He felt him over here, but couldn't quite find the Invoker. Almost a team wipe for Polar Ass, but luckily Invoker can survive. Still not looking good, though, for Polar Ass.
I mean, DARKW once again positioned the fights very well. They had Shaman in that backlines the entire time. He's causing issues. He killed the wave early. Killed Shaman early. Now, both M-John and Sasquatch are doing that in the entire fight. Like M-John started in the front of the fight, ended up the back of the fight. Sasquatch played the entire fight from behind the fight, like literally just behind the entire team.
Mm-hmm.
They played the fight very well. Eventually, Apex could just.
It was just a brilliant coil too, like waiting until the rage was gone from Lifestealer. He doesn't have it off cooldown again. Which I'm pretty sure, again, you can use it while you're coiled. We didn't really see the interaction there, but maybe it did. I wasn't looking at Lifestealer. It could have been off cooldown and you just couldn't use it.
Alright, they have pop the smoke immediately. M-John is in a good spot. They pop the dust, but it's too late.
Yeah, Johnny is just spotting this out completely. They're not going to catch him either. Tornado missing. Coil is back up. Maestro just sucking off Chupacabras on the side here. Does go for a frog back into Chupacabras, locking him down slightly. Lion just gone completely. There is a nice coil there on the backside as the Schwartz coming out. This is the Agnum Shard, but just completely annihilated as the Shaman. Apex popping the ulti, getting locked down slightly by Whole City. Able to retreat back underneath the tier 2. As well as Sasquatch actually getting super low here. Almost dying to the zombies. Chupacabras hunting him down. It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. He does find Chupacabras, but there is no stun. Okay, Atos there.
Charge.
Didn't think they had a stun, but actually still a 3-for-2. Polar Ass kind of coming out ahead. Decent gold swing for them, too, as they clean up Bounty Hunter, Puck, and Lion. Will be a tier 2 to DARKW at the end of the day, no matter what. And a 26k gold lead to go with it.
Apex is getting huge. I mean, this man's about to get a Swift Blink. He's going to be just running at heroes. They are running out of answers for this man.
Yeah. I mean, they never really had answers. It was just kill him early. That was about it.
Before he had like AC, he was still not that big of a deal in the fights, but now he's just a big deal in the fights.
Yeah. It still feels like if you're gonna have a fight without him having AC, you gotta kill him. But yeah, with him just having the Swift Blink, you know, unstable concoction plus swift blink on top of you. There's not a lot of heroes that can get away from that.
What need have I for visit? Oh, that's quite nice actually.
Into the Roche pit they go, though. Cheese on this one. Apex. Actually gonna back away from this. I think they might have spotted this. They're a little bit afraid, but the team fight from Polaras is basically just Zer. It feels like. So they will walk into the Rush Pit. Sonigod alone, able to get this track on top of him, as well as Lion with the lockdown. They're going to keep Sonigod locked down, and he's just gone right at the start of the fight. Hamingzy is the trade here, but I think still DARKW just runs out at the rest of the heroes. Maybe you survive on Chupacabra. No. Sasquatch is going to hunt you down. Still has the coil if he wants to use it. Stun actually missing there somehow from Maestro, but not going to matter. Apex just messing around while the rest of his team is cleaning up Chupacabra. Zero actually rotating back over. There's the coil. Back on to Zero as well. Apex still just running around. The Alchemist not showing up for this. They might just lose Johnny instead. Apex not being here a little bit late to show up still cleans up Zer, and I mean, I guess that's a bit of a bait, as they're able to kill off a couple. Whole City, the lone survivor from Polar Ass. Yeah, Johnny is just...
I mean,
I was a little
on
surprised
a macro
Apex
level,
was sitting mid there.
I mean, if you think about it, right, the situation macro-wise works very well for DARKW, because they fight two different parallel 4v1s where Hamingzy and Sonigod are the two targets.
I mean,
the thing
sure,
is,
but
obviously the four heroes beat the one hero in both different 4v1s, but with Sonigod dead and Hamingzy dead, DARKW can still fight, but Polar Ass cannot fight. So makes a lot of sense game state-wise to just take that fight every time.
I still, Apex probably should have been mid there, but...
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's just little things.
Because with them losing Viper, well, I guess Viper was dead no matter what anyway, but Lion and Bounty Hunter kind of just nullifies your ability to do Roche. Cello just going to run in here with the wards. I'm going to drop them on top. And Roche pretty much gone the other way, unless Apex wants to try and make a play here. And the Sunstrike on top of it. Blinking in immediately is Johnny. Just going to force staff away for now, but I think he's pretty dead. Especially with the Shackle on top there too. Apex getting locked down. He needs to get this BKB off. Is able to get it. Stable Concoction goes away. They do clean up Johnny as well as Chupacabra's just getting melted by Hamingzy. Look at Apex and Sonigod go. Looks like Apex is winning this for now, but Sonigod goes for the turn. Sonigod getting very glow on Apex, kills off the Alchemist, and they could go straight into Roche. They did use the wards for this as they also find the puck.
Holy.
Sonigod 1v1s Apex and comes out ahead. I'm not even sure who was sitting on the back there. I think it was literally just Whole City hitting a swashbuckle. And they really have to push right now. Sonigod realizing that, immediately going for the push mid. This time with the Aegis up.
Right, this is their chance.
They got to force buybacks.
The past 10 minutes, it's non-fighting. They literally respawn and just run at each other. It's quite entertaining.
Yeah. Just duking it out. I appreciate the 1v1 Lifestealer versus Alchemist too. It really was a 1v1, I guess. With
he had a Vessel on him, and I think he had Pango helping him as well, so it's...
Yeah, it was just like... 1v1. Eventually, Lifestealer is going to be big enough to do this. Does get the Dasso.
Actually, but
he's fine.
I think he's fine. He's just completely out of mana right now.
He has no mana. He's got 0 mana, yeah.
Fuck this guy.
The whole city's here with the bottle.
He's just sucking up drop. I hate Lion players, bro. Look at him, he's going to suck more people. What an asshole.
Very, very incredible insight from USSGuam. Thank you. He has the cheese, dude.
His discontents.
He has the cheese, dude. He'll be fine. He can get this back. They do drop the wards on the tier 3. Able to clear off the creep wave for now, as another one's coming very soon. Wards might have been a little early. So able to clean up some of them, but there is that sheep there to cancel out the roll from Whole City. They try and find the tier 3. Just going back into Lion gone. Apex on the backside too, looking for Zerg. Gets the push away. Is Apex able to pop the BKB? Goes back into Chupacabra, sitting on the high ground here. He is pretty tanky though, as Apex has to focus quite some time on him. Brings down the tombstone. There is a stun there as they get the lockdown for Apex. Can they actually bring him down, though? I don't think Sonigod can find the kill. Jumps out of a creep there. Able to maybe get some right clicks in, but he's dropping low. Able to pop the cheese. He's already used the Aegis here. Needs a couple more right clicks on Apex as he loses the ulti. Can he do the ultimate armlet toggling? No, he cannot, but still Hemmingsley with the triple kill. They find Apex as well. Zer, the lone survivors, they keep him underneath the sentry ward. Down goes Invoker. It's another tier 3 gone.
This
Is
game's scary.
DARKW losing the fight? Question mark.
That's a fight win. They simply outmaneuvered Polar Ass in the fights.
Yeah.
Polar Ass lost the Aegis, and now
I guess that's true. You lose Sonigod twice.
They cannot push racks for at least another 6 minutes, if not more than that, depending on rush timing, depending on how the game goes. So for DARKW, it means they're getting.
Oh, you haven't been
items.
watching this game, Badger. They're gonna just respawn and immediately run down the bottom lane.
I think
That's
the waves are going to be in a bad spot though. DARKW is pushing all the lanes. They're getting the shrines.
All you need is that mass serpent ward.
The thing is, at the rate things are going, so Apex is picking up a butterfly, and after he grabs that, he's going to grab probably an Aghanims, possibly for actually Sasquatch. He's buying his own Ags, but they might just not be on the same page there. He'll start buying Ags for his teammates, and it's going to be uphill battle still.
Eggs on Undying is like so boring, but it's good, I guess. Wait, so it's 14 or is it 10?
Staff. Lifesteal's getting kited so much.
Yep, and it's only going to get worse as this game goes on, because they're just getting more and more tools to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
rage.
something.
He definitely needs like Puck working on eggs. I think they still have a timing in this game, Polar Ass. If you can get Abyssal up on Sonigod, they can maybe win a fight before Puck gets eggs. And I think after that, it's really hard for Sonigod to stay on top of somebody.
It's going to be faster, do you think? Look at Alchemist's quick buy. He's going to buy Sasquatch's at Nags, and then suddenly it won't be...
Does he buy it for Sasquatch, though?
100%. Without a doubt.
I guess that's true. Now you give it to Bounty Hunter.
He did? He gave it to Benny?
That's cap.
You gotta give it to Bounty Hunter. Look at applies
that is
Punata.
cap, Mr. Karate. That is
Maybe it gives it. Maybe it
Look
gives
at,
it.
think
to
of all the
Lion.
gold you could steal.
Think about how many times you can hold people.
Yeah. Or the Viper. Look at this. Decreases mana cost. Damn. Lion, maybe.
Radiant don't appear to know about the smoke either.
They need the. Oh, what the? What the fuck?
Yeah. That was a little weird movement there as they're just running high ground into Viper. Nobody seeing each other. Johnny just pushing top lane with the huge creep wave. No response to this yet. But look at Polar Asco. They're like, just ignore top lane, boys. We're just going to fort this and go right back at bottom lane. Whole city going for the roll. Does cancel it out for now. Just baiting it out, thinking about it. Sonigod getting a little low, is able to pop the armlet. Jumps inside of Whole City, going for the roll now. Does not bounce off that barracks, of course. Goes back into Johnny, connects on him once. Able to roll back through. Dropping the wards on top of the barracks. Johnny just cleaning these up for now. Apex just jumping straight in. They keep him locked down. The shackles gets canceled by the Lotus Orb. They're trying to lock down Apex, but they don't quite have the damage. The turn is not here. Whole City just getting locked in as well as Sonigod stunned up this whole time. He's hexed. He can't survive. Down goes Sonigod. Down goes Chupacabras, and they look for Zur as well. Getting stunned up by the Lion. Has the Lotus Orb on top of him, but that's hardly going to save you. Only delaying the inevitable. Same thing for Whole City as he's going for the TP away. Can he get this off? He does. Somehow Whole City gets away.
The problem in that fight, Joe fucked up and gave the alacrity to Pango and not Lifesteal. If Lifesteal had the alacrity, Alec was dead there. 100%.
They did have like a solid 5 seconds of just wailing into Alchemist there when he had the Lotus Orb on top of him. Unfortunately, the timing.
If Lifesteal had the alacrity, he was dead for sure. He gave it to Pango by mistake because he was right on top of him. That's unfortunate.
Where is this Alchemist Ags actually going to go is the question. Because Sasquatch ended up buying those
It's definitely. Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I thought, all right,
Yeah, he
maybe
did buy
they're
his own
not on the same page here. But he did still go Ags. Maybe it's to the Viper instead to upgrade the Viper Strike? I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I think this game is essentially over. It really feels heavily DARKW favored. No, like that was probably the last push.
Yeah, he gave it to Viper.
It might be rapier time on Lifestealer is about the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Screw going Abyssal.
needs a lot.
He needs like Abyssal plus Rapier ideally, but it's like at this point it's one or the other.
I feel like he hasn't gotten any new items for the past 10, 20 minutes.
He's been farming for the last 20 minutes, so it doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
It's just been fighting for the
Like,
last.
what's his last
It's been
thing?
fighting for the last 40 minutes basically.
That's the big difference this game between DARKW and Polar S. Is Polar S has been like very, very 5-man, looking for pickoffs, looking for fights, and they're getting these pickoffs over and over and over again. But eventually, you're going to lose this macro game because you have puck farming, you have bounty farming, you have outpost farming.
They're gonna find
Oh,
Sonigod too.
Oh no.
This might just be the biggest pickoff and GG. Oh, they missed the stun though. Sonigod going for the TP. The coil is there. They keep him locked in. They have the vision on top of him. Apex is
He just has
rotating
to
over, and
play.
I think this might just be game with Sonigod dead here.
Buyback.
No, he has buyback. He has buyback, but still, that is huge.
Right, at the very least, we know they're going to force buyback because they definitely need that hand to fight.
I mean, this is might as well just buy back now, right? Like, if you don't save this top lane, I don't know. It feels like it's just your choice of how many racks do you want to give up. At some point, they're just going to make you fight into this. As there's a shackle here, making a bit of space, but still losing the tier 3. Johnny jumping forward, still just being annoying. Look at the Lion Suck go. Stun onto 2. Apex just going to clean both of these heroes up with the right clicks there. Hemmingsley from the back all the way. Down goes Undying. They do clean up Sasquatch. Fortunately for them, Apex kind of getting shackled here with the Lotus Orb on top of them, but they don't really have too much damage now. Getting super low to the right clicks from Sonigod. Can they get him away? Yes, they can. They lose Sonigod to the buyback.
GG.
Apex barely survives. Sonigod drops, and that might have just been it on a thimble. Apex survives, is able to survive. He's backing off. They might just go right back into the barracks, though. And Sam makes getting super low. There is a save, plus the Shiva is able to pop it out. Keep Pulse City slowed. Does have a swashbuckle very soon. If they can keep him locked down. Down goes Hamingsy. Buybacks used again, this time from Whole City, but back into Zera. This is the... Okay, that is not the dieback. He's able to pop the buyback there. Another swashbuckle connecting right onto Johnny. And I think that might just be the final kill of this fight. It's still a 53,000 gold lead for DARKW. Only able to take a ranged barracks, though. Honestly, this is kind of a window for Polar Ass to push.
They have a window. The problem is they're running out of ability for Lifestealer to actually man fight the Alk. There's so much evasion, and Lifestealer's nowhere close to an MKB thanks to that dieback, so...
He's got to go Rapier, dude.
He's nowhere close to Rapier either, is the problem.
Yeah.
He hasn't progressed at all. Oh, Penta Edge. That helps a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Does that even give you... What is that?
Nice.
That's a good item.
It's a very nice
270
game for
hammer, 20
Lifestealer.
attack speed. Oh, that's
Alright,
pretty
question
dope
today,
against Alchemist.
where is Ags number 2 going for Apex? Is it Lion or is it Bounty?
Wait, who did he give the first one to?
To Viper. He gets number 2 to Lion, so that's AoE
course.
Finger of Death there, so that's interesting.
Still needs 25 so you can get that rage duration.
Roshan in 28 seconds. Kind of a bad respawn time there for Polar Ass, unfortunately.
That's almost a maximum length respawn. That's very long. And they really need this Aegis and Cheese to just try to force something.
Precious bounty.
I guess at this point, though, it doesn't really matter. I mean, DARKW really aren't getting much stronger at this point, so... It's like 50 plus
I guess
gold lead.
that's
It isn't going to
true.
get much larger. it's basically at its max. It comes to can DARKW find the right fight? And the answer is probably, because they're way ahead. But
Even
still.
though DARKW's at their peak, it's still like so much higher than where Polar Ass is right now. It's really just Sonigod's got to get caught up here.
That's why things are difficult. This is never going to happen this game, I don't think. I'll say this completely team wipe or something.
You have to. It's
They're
going to have to be
somehow,
a
like-
really big fight. You got to team wipe them on
They
Polar
need to
Ass.
kill these backline heroes somehow. Just completely remove Sasquatch and Master from the
Dude,
fight.
just walk into Roche. Dropping the wards are on the outside, so they spot this. They smoked in, but the wards are on the outside. They see this. The Sunstrike on top as well. They clean up the Roshan onto the Aegis is still on the ground. Sonigod finds it, but there's so much on the ground. He's just getting melted by Hamingsy. Aegis already gone. Javelin on the ground too, I guess, because there's a refresher shard inside Sonegod's inventory. I don't even know if he picked up the Javelin again. He did, but they still just lost to Heroes Maestro, going 1v1 with Whole City, as well as the right clicks coming out. Scotty on top of Hamizy. On top is there. Sonegod trying to turn it back into Apex, but does he have the damage? It does not look like it, as Apex still gets melted. It's still the turn. They go 1-for-1. Apex bops the buyback, and I think that is still just game. I think that's it. Especially with no buybacks on Invoker, no buybacks on Lifestealer. You're going to lose Whole City here too. Almost certainly game over as Whole City drops.
Yep.
Apparently Lifestealer can 1v1 an Alchemist this late into the game. I wasn't expecting it.
Alchemist was completely self-stunned, so he had a good opportunity to just hit him without any resistance. But unfortunately, they had basically no Shaman for the entire fight. Shaman got completely shot down by the Alchemist right away at the start. Only got wards down, so it's a very unfortunate. I think if a Polar Ass were only down, say 30k net worth there in that fight, could have gone a lot differently. But unfortunately, not enough.
It felt like Polar Ass was kind of like, after the first game, they're like, okay, we got to deal with Apex. We can't just let him farm on this Terrorblade. So they're like, let's just run at them and never let them farm. And it kind of worked, but DARKW, it really only exposed some, like, DARKW just being rough around the edges. They still come out on top in this game, where Apex is just one of the better cores in the league. Same thing for Hamingsy mid. Like,
I think what happened, they should have, after they got mid racks, they should have had Sonny relax and get what he needed, because he was stagnant on items for 20 minutes after that racks.
I disagree with that assessment. I think you're right that he was slow on the items, but the problem was I think they just needed to execute better in the fights where they just need to win the fights. So they had these fights at the racks where had it have gone, say, like 5% better for them, they would have had, say, racks two fights earlier.
I mean, like, with the alacrity too.
Sonegod could have farmed. The problem is if Sonegod does farms more, it doesn't win in the game. So if Sonegod gets the items, then that also allows DARKW to get more items, because DARKW can farm a lot more lanes because they have Puck, Bounty, and Alchemist who can farm the lanes very easily, versus Polar Ass who really cannot do that with their arrows. So I think they just had to take the fights slightly differently, and this unfortunately for them, the fights didn't roll the way they wanted to.
Yeah, thinking back, if they just got that racks in the beginning after that first fight, they wouldn't have to go back and then get wiped after that. They could have just had it and got out.
You're right, because the melees were what, 200 HP?
Yeah, it was 200 HP.
Very low, very, very low racks.
They actually got some hits into the tier 4 too from the creep wave pushing mid. It's like that game is incredibly close despite the net worth lead.
Yeah, Dota Plus agrees with you on that one. They say despite this 10k lead for DARKW, they gave, for a bit there, they gave like a 60% win chance to Polar S. But alas, poor Polar S, they couldn't have.
Alas, DARKW taking the 2-0 though. Solid series for them. I don't think they play again this week. Polar S, of course, playing again Friday.
Polar Ash plays again. I think
They play.
No, that was the last series of regular season.
No, I thought Badger said something about Polar S playing again.
One more unscheduled.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
That's the end for DARKW though. That's DARKW's last one.
Yeah, that was.
They'll finish with 18 wins.
They overtake Tacos for first place.
Until Stepbro plays their series, because if Stepbro wins 3 out of 4, they have a tiebreaker from head to head, right?
Yeah, they do.
So as long as Stepbro wins 3 games, and considering they have not lost 3 games, they've lost 3 games all season, so it is unlikely they're losing many games in the next 2 series. But you never know. That's why I play the Dota 2 games.
Solid. Well, that's it. 2-0 for DARKW over Polar S. Regular season coming close to an end here. Guam and Badger joining me. More importantly, Badger, of course.
So thanks for the shout outs.
GG.
MX Squire screwed us over. It could have been the MX Squire Guam cast, but
I think you were lamenting having Guam here, but if you had a mic here, then you just have like 2 Guams here.
That's true. I'm better. So.
Yeah, but MX Squire is good at Dota, so
He's not that much better at Dota than Guam.
have you seen Guam like Twitch clips? I don't know about that.
The thing is, you see the Twitch clips, and those are the low lights. But you look at like the overall average play, and it's like, hey, it's not that much different. I mean, look at the MMR. Mike's like 6,200. Guam, you're like what, 5,800?
All right, we need a MX Squire USSGuam 1v1 mid. I think.
I bet I've
Mike's a mid player though. That's not fair.
beaten him multiple times in mid.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Guam's calling him out. This means we need a fight.
Or this is degenerates.
All right. Well, it's set up this one some night. How about like in between finals games we do an MX Squire and USSGuam 1v1. I want to see it happen. Money batch. MX Squire loves betting too, so I'm sure he would put money down.
I'll put
Like
I'm a degen as well.
Of course you are. All right. Anyway, any final shout outs from you two?
Nope.
Actually, I want to shout out you. I want to shout out just the casters in general. I think we've been really stepping up the casts as we closer to playoffs. So I'm excited for playoffs here.
Playoffs should be good. Thank you, Patrick. But yeah, peace out.
See ya.